Happy Sunday, happy Monday, everyone. And you, my dear, are ripping it up with the historic astrology. I want to show you what you did last week, what you got through, and I want to show you maybe some of the fun stuff that you get to do this week during the energetic roller coaster ride. So let me flip the phone around and let's get into that. Let's start our scan. So we're starting from our point of Sunday, November the 24th. Let's scan up the calendar to last week and then scan down the calendar into this week, landing on about Sunday, Monday, the 2nd of December. So let me show you what you did last week. Last week, you came off that huge wave of timeline jumps that was creating all sorts of ascension symptoms and disorientation, and you started to get your legging here, and then bam, Pluto went into Aquarius, and I don't know about you, but this one sucker punched me. I woke up, I had headachy stuff going on, I was having full body shakes, I felt gutted, like this one really hit me. So if you are highly sensitive and you had symptoms going on that was not connected to anything else, we really felt this. And then it kind of vaporized by Wednesday morning. We had a bit of a bump. We had a bit of a bump with an energy gateway and a timeline, but nothing too crazy. Sun went into Sag. And then I tell you what, I really felt a dip over the weekend, Friday into Saturday, even this morning, even some emotional stuff. So we really went through it. Now, right about here, as we are coming into this week, I'm really beginning to feel things like solidify, like get our legs back underneath us again. So I think you can expect to have some of those ascension symptoms alleviate a bit and be a little bit more solid. But let me show you what's coming up. I got a little crazy as I was writing things. The big thing that I really picked up on this week, oh my God, Lilith is starting to show up again. She is showing herself, and I really have a feeling, ladies, this week into next week, it is our time. So the dark goddess with passions and the dark underbelly and bringing things to the surface in that space of balancing and justice, it's coming to the forefront. Look at this. Lilith squaring Venus, moving into Lilith, conjuncting the moon, Lilith trining up with Jupiter, and that goes on into next week. So if you are feeling like the goddess is coming up and really feeling that sacred feminine rising, I would say go with it. That's the historic plus side that we have going for us this week. But I really want to point out, it's going to be a bumpy week. Like this week really got me because I pendulum checked like where it was going to feel good and where it was not going to feel good. And it literally is kind of like, woo, it's a roller coaster. You may hit some really feel-good highs and some really bumpy lows. It's kind of one of those things. This week is that week of like, if you don't like the energy weather, just wait 5 minutes because it's going to change. That's the kind of week we have going on here. Now remember, Mercury goes retrograde in the middle of all of this. So just when we thought we were kind of hit our landing, Mercury is going to start stirring it up. And I can't remember. Oh, Sag. Mercury is going to be stirring it up in Sagittarius. So you're going to need to check your houses and your signs to see what that's going to mean for you. But next week, watch for Mercury and Lilith to really begin to rip it up together. I did check in on Schumann's and the solar flares. Pendulum said they should be moderate this week. And then I keep getting this feeling of like a piercing energy coming through. We do have just a bit of a bump with an energy gateway timeline thing headed into Thanksgiving. Be careful on Thanksgiving Day, folks. Whatever is going on this week, Thanksgiving Day, I really got to dip down on the energy. Now, that just might be my chart, but be really careful out there on Thursday, I would say. And then as we head into this week, and notice, no major timeline jumps or energy gateways, so it should feel a little bit more solid. And then just to give you the sneak peek, we are coming into some heavy-duty stuff, fun stuff going on with Mercury retrograde and Lilith. Next Next week's going to be an interesting week. So that should give you the highlights for this week. And then I'm going to start bumping in some of my somatic money stuff. So those of you interested in some of my somatic money stuff, I want to show you something. I've got an oracle deck, and prior to everything blowing up here, I was doing somatic money oracle deck readings because I created a somatic money oracle deck, and I want to show you the cards that I pulled for this week. Very interesting cards. Let's take a look at that. So there's the deck. It's available on my website, and the primary card that got pulled first was this What's Your Money Altar? So to me, this is signifying pulling up that energy of the sacred feminine and making sure you've got a money altar going. This week, for some reason, with money is going to be a great week to do a deep dive. And with the sacred feminine, that's going to be on the sacred femme side of doing that deep dive. And then the last one, of course, and I've got resources connected in with this on my website. Are you present in your body with your money? This is, especially with Mercury in retrograde, this is going to be a really important time to be slowing down, breathing, and getting present in your body with your money to make sure you are spot on with that money stuff. All right, so I would love to hear how it's going for you out there riding these waves. And again, I just want you to know, folks, we are doing historic energy stuff, and not just like one thing. It is layers on top of layers. So if you are feeling ascension symptoms and disorientation and things aren't quite right, things are up in the air, like that's all part of it. I cannot emphasize enough how on a weekly basis we keep going through amazing things. And I want to recognize, I want to honor you that you are doing it. You are making it through. You are finding your own way, finding your own unique imprint of how you are doing this ascension shift and moving through these very unique times. And the inspiration that I can give to you is keep putting one foot in front of the other. Like I keep telling my clients, don't stop in the hallway. Don't stop in the hallway. We are not there yet. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We are going to make it. All right, so make it a great week out there. Have as good a Thanksgiving as you possibly can. And I will see you in the next video.